All parties in the opposition have some complaint or the other with this railway budget of PK Bansal. The political debate on the railway budget features this evening Sanjay Nirupam of the Congress Party, Piyush Goyal, Treasurer and BJP MP, Derek O'Brien, Chief Whip and TMC MP, and Dr. Manoj Jha, who's spokesperson of the RJD. Now, Sanjay Nirupam, you know, on the face of it, there are no passenger hikes. But the opposition says that precisely is the problem. That on the face of it, there are no hikes. But under the layers, in many other ways, you've camouflaged hikes in this railway budget. You're just not being open about it.
Arnab, you must understand one thing, that Indian Railway is losing 24,000 crore rupees. There is a loss of 24,000 crore rupees. One. Second, because of the hike in the diesel prices, last year Railway's extra burden was 3,000 crore. This year it is going to be 5,100 crore. So somehow, some way, you have to readjust it. And for that purpose, the Honorable Rail Minister has focused on those charges or those fees which has not been revised for a long time, like Tatkal or cancellation charge or reservation charges. And I think this kind of steps should be accepted.
Should be accepted, Piyush. Why have you let go of your economist hat, the chartered accountant hat, when you criticize this budget?
Not at all, Arnab. That's the only hat I always have. If they were to do some good things, I would be the happiest fellow on earth. Unfortunately, first of all, to correct Sanjay Nirupam ji, the loss of 24,000 is not a loss of the railways. It's the under-recovery from the passenger fares, some of which is loaded on the freight, and I think net the railways are still in profit, which is a good thing. One can compliment Bansal ji for at least giving us a revenue surplus budget. But the sad part is I see no vision in this budget. I don't see any big picture where he wants to see this railways 10 years from now. Is there going to be a network of high-speed trains that this government will implement? Are they going to complete the 347 ongoing projects, some of which have overruns of up to 140% and time overrun almost all the projects? Have they focused any attention to that? You have projects as far back as 1975 which are still under implementation and hardly provided measly sums of money to complete. As regards safety, passenger safety, a lot of noise is made, but no significant cash is shown on the table to implement it. And he says the finance minister doesn't provide me enough funds, so I cannot provide.
No, but why is Rajnath Singh complaining about passenger hikes? I mean, when the last hike I remember was in 2002 when Nitish Kumar was railway minister under NDA government. No, it wasn't a completely modest hike. I mean, you know, I first want an answer on the question of, you have taken a very, 1 minute, sir. You've taken a very principled position, not you, your party president. You know, passengers should not be troubled. There should be no passenger hikes. Why did you hike prices in 2002? Why?
We have hiked prices not in 2002. We've had modest increases in prices as and when it was required, and the railways turned around during our period very well.
You had an 8 to 13% increase in AC fares, so I don't think that was modest. It wasn't modest.
No, but my friend,
this is modest compared to what you did.
And twice in 1 year. They increased it last year and they increased it again in January. So by the way, for 9 years, because of their political compulsions, they were unable to set the pricing structure right. Now
Sanjay
they want to suddenly, in an era of very high double-digit inflation,
so
add to the woe of the passenger. That is what is.
So Sanjay Nirupam, you hiked it by 21% in January. There is no relief for the common man.
And before that, for the upper class.
You have already hiked rates in January by 21%. So you are guilty of the charge the BJP puts that you are not sensitive to the plight of the common man. You've already burdened him in January.
Arnab, you have rightly said that since 2002, Indian Railways has never increased the passenger fare. But somehow you have to readjust your own budgetary system. Secondly, 63,000 crore rupees are being earmarked for the plan fund. So somehow you have to develop it. You have to basically go ahead with your development plan. As far as 347 ongoing projects are concerned, Rail Minister has already announced that these projects are going to be taken on the priority basis and these are going to be completed this year only.
Derek O'Brien says,
what I understand.
Derek O'Brien, Trinamool Congress says you in the process you've also ignored Bengal. Let's get them in. What does define ignoring Bengal? Define ignoring Bengal.
I think we will come. Sure, we will come to ignoring Bengal. It's more than ignoring Bengal. It's killing Bengal. I'll answer that point very soon, Arnav. But the big picture. Where is the objective for this budget? Trinamool Congress railway ministers in the past have outlined in the first paragraph of their railway budget what is the objective. This may be some family objective which I don't know about, but our objective for railway budgets is there has to be economic viability along with social responsibility. We believe that the railways have a social responsibility. Number one. Number two, who is the consumer when they are writing this when they are writing this budget? Is the consumer the common person who's traveling by train? Absolutely not, because there's nothing in it for him, there's nothing in it for her.
What about economic viability? One second. On economic viability.
One single big idea.
No, on economic viability. Derek O'Brien,
not a single big idea in this budget.
Your party leader.
Now come to Bengal. To answer your question on Bengal.
Can we debate economic viability?
Or no, there's a feedback coming on my microphone.
One sec. On economic viability.
Bengal has been treated with a vengeance, and they've played dirty politics with Bengal, and before that they played dirty politics with the people of the country, the Congress party, because they put up the prices, as you rightly said.
You're going to have to define that. You're going to have to define that. You have used phrases such as killing Bengal. No, 1 minute, Derek. You've said killing Bengal. You've said dirty politics with Bengal. Are you aware that of the budgetary allocation in 2012 and 13, which was allocated for, say, one of the metro links, Dum-Dum Nopar, 80% of it could not be utilized?
Yes.
80% of it could not be utilized. So please tell me what do you mean by killing Bengal?
No, I have all the figures with me. This is a subject I'm very familiar with.
No, you tell me about explain killing Bengal in financial
I'll tell you about each project. Nopara, the outlay from 1,050 crores, this time the outlay is 170 crores. I have a long list here.
So what are you alleging? What are you alleging?
Total for Bengal.
No, what are you alleging?
For Bengal, I am alleging two things. I'll come to Bengal. First, I'm not alleging. I can give you factual reasons. There is not a single big idea in this budget. The common person has been absolutely forgotten in this budget. It's a
You'll take a question?
Family club budget for...
Now, Derek O'Brien.
Can I
for a few people.
One second. I think Sanjay Nirupam wants to counter you. Is that Manoj Jha? Is that Manoj Jha coming in?
150. Bengal has got zero. This is vengeance. This is
Derek O'Brien.
Politics.
Derek O'Brien, Manoj wants to come in. We open up the debate in a minute.
Will give the answer. The people of Bengal will give the Congress party the answer.
1 minute. Manoj Jha wants to say something to you. Manoj Jha of the RJD wants to say something to you. The debate is opening up in a minute.
UP, Bihar, everybody.
Manoj Jha to Derek O'Brien, please. Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah. Now, what I was saying that in an election year, when the election is impending, you actually expect a dream budget. In fact, it is a nightmare budget. When I say nightmare budget, Arnab, I'm very sure that it is the most unfriendly budget for the people who actually matter in the railway network.
I'm getting feedback.
I believe that economy is important and economic health is important. Look at three important factors, Arnab, and which I want the nation through you, your channel, to come to know. There is a factory ready at Daryapur, executed by L&T, the Ministry of Railway has not evolved mechanism to take it over. The project which was on a higher stage in Delhi on Swan has been withdrawn. I don't know what happens to the economic viability. Third, what is very important, there was an engine factory in Madhepura that has also been put in a deep fridge. What I mean to say, that if Ministry of Railways is concerned about economic viability and sustainability, which was the opening remark of Mr. Pawan Bansal, I believe his budget propositions utterly lack and summarily fails to give any confidence to the people
Manoj
of India.
Jha, give me a minute.
Arnab, just
Manoj, I've got your standard opening remarks. Now let's get very specific on the Newshour debate. To Derek O'Brien, my first counter is this. I think you haven't read the budget, Derek, because if you had, you would have found that it lists that funds have been allotted for the East-West Metro corridor in Kolkata. 7 new trains have been introduced. 7 trains have been extended. The frequency of 2 trains have been increased. Now you speak about the Dum-Dum-Nuapar link.
Yes.
80%,
Now
one minute please, allow me to complete.
Go ahead.
80% of the funds could not be utilized. In the other 3 metro expansion projects too, the funds are unutilized because of land acquisition issues. Unless the state can fix its own troubles on land acquisition issues, why do you blame the centre for neglect?
Excellent. To your first charge,
Observation.
that we have not read the budget. Not only it's from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we had a press conference at 5. Not only have we read the budget, but we've spent, not only myself, but 20 of my colleagues have gone through this pink book in the 4-5 hours. So please, we have read the budget. I'm going to answer each of your charges. East-West Metro, the total project is 9,000 crores. Sorry, 4,800 crores. 4,800 crores. The allocation, the outlay is 100 crores. Who are they kidding? Now, I'll give you a list of projects.
Are the land acquisition issues, settled?
Or no, this is not about a political spin about land acquisition. This is about reality.
But that is the reality.
I'll give you 5 facts. 5 facts. Dankuni, 265 crores for the project. The project is ready. They've allocated 19 crores. Tarakeshwar, Bishnupur, 550 crores. Guess how much? They've allocated 20 crores.
Okay, Sanjay Nirupam, I got your broad point. Sanjay Nirupam, are you being vindictive? Sanjay Nirupam, are you being vindictive towards Mamta Banerjee because she has walked out of your alliance? Are you taking revenge on Mamta Banerjee?
Of course they've done.
Are you taking revenge on Mamta Banerjee through the budget?